So it's. So what I would do is okay. I'll give this to Burn. Burn, I'm gonna just copy over in Skype the info. The
Okay.
only thing with this
I
is
have
it's
all these stats too in case you guys ever want it. You know
mhm.
what I mean?
Okay.
So
Actually
Should we
I'll
look
just give it
into
to you, Burn.
getting increased eclipse?
like
Oh,
long eclipse instead of regular
Yeah.
eclipse, yeah, definitely.
Because right now
I
we
agree.
have 8 charged eclipse just sitting on the side.
sure. Do they
Speaking
have
of,
that?
I probably should stop by and actually charge up the one that's in my gun.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We should. Yeah, sure. We should ask. Um, if they
How,
have
how
any of
much
those.
they are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you buy the eclipse at the same place here, but to purchase a regular eclipse is 5,000. A long eclipse is 8,000 credits. Of course, to recharge an eclipse, smaller long is 1,000 credits, and that's done over at number 16, which is like the big repair bay that they got going on there. Mm-hmm. And if you want to sell any eclipse, he can name you a price too. Are you interested in selling any eclipse, or do you just want to buy more?
I think we should just think about buying more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe just a few of the longer ones. And is my cylinder already charged, or do I need to charge it?
It comes charged already for you.
Okay. All right. Oh, nice. All right. So then, let me go ahead and erase this one. And okay, Burn. The only thing about the targeting computer is that it's finicky. And this is kind of up to Inferno of what justifies it. After any intense combat, like if it gets dropped, knocked around, or anything like that, you
Or if
roll
you get shot at or something.
Yeah, I think you roll under a 40%, and if you don't make it, the computer just dies.
I
Okay.
can give you here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste the entire description of the weapons into Skype for each of you, and you can do with the information as you want. So I'm going to copy your current weapon, Squee, into Burns. Where are you, Burn? We haven't chatted in a while. Why you no talk to me? No, just kidding. What's the matter with you? You know that Control B doesn't do anything? Who'd have thought, eh? Okay, and now here's your thing, Squee. So you can just go back to it whenever you want. But I can tell you the stats off the top as well. Let me just go to you. Where you, Squee? There you be. You still have butt drugs aren't real drugs. I like that. That makes no sense to someone who's listening to this, by the way. It's an inside joke. Deal with it. Okay. As I copy pasta. Oh my
You know what?
God.
You guys should
go.
understand, though, people. This is an important life lesson. Butt drugs are not real drugs.
No, they're not.
Oh, shit.
PSA.
Oh, shit.
The more you know.
Shit.
Yeah,
There you are.
I'm not going to be able to use the targeting computer anyways. Not
Why
until I
not?
can
You
train
got
it.
trained in it? Yeah, that's
Nope.
true.
Oh, you
Fair
have to be
enough.
trained in the targeting computer?
No, you have to be trained in the weapon. He's not trained in the
I
what?
see. Oh, well,
He doesn't
you
have
can
W.
still hold on
He
to
doesn't
it,
have a weapon
yeah.
proficiency for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I don't know if this would affect anything that Burn, how it would affect his stats, but when we have downtime, I want to say this like as a general thing, I'm going to be,
Yeah.
I guess I can do this with Patrick and try to do it with Mila as well, but basically just imparting on them all the info I can as to how to spot coalition, what signs to look for, how to know if maybe you think someone's onto you, basically anything I can to help them say, to keep their eyes out, because I would have a lot of knowledge that might help them on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds great.
I'm gonna save.
It's important to
this
keep in
somewhere.
mind. Oh, so anyway, so you were sorry, I was in the middle of giving you guys all your stuffs, but did you said you wanted to purchase long eclipse, correct?
Perhaps.
At 8, oh, perhaps. Okay, well at 8,000 a shot, just you can just purchase them freely. So buy as many as you like. As Mila daydreams about mittens.
I'm seriously like, out of character here, you guys. I'm thinking about all that delicious food downstairs, and I'm like, they're not talking about anything I care about. I could just go get it.
Go get your food. It's okay.
And I'm surprised I haven't just left, but I realize
We
I'm also
appreciate
very
it.
lazy.
Oh.
Oh,
So it
yeah.
wasn't your care for us, it was your
Hey,
laziness.
Mila.
That's-
Hey, Mila.
Yeah.
There's food downstairs. You should go get it.
Oh my god, you're breaking some sort of wall here, and I love it. I'm going to go get some.
Okay.
I'm
I
just
was
gonna
gonna
have to
say something,
I'm
but
just
then I
gonna have to
forgot.
keep all of this info somewhere because there's obviously not a room
Yeah, just
for
put
all
in a
that.
notepad or something.
Yeah.
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 I have no actual particular one to buy large Eclipse, but I think it would probably be beneficial for the new weapon since it seems to eat a bit more energy.
Yeah, but only like one or two because like the thing is I've got like 7 Eclipse plus the one in there, and the reserve.
And we
so-
have an extra 8. Should we even bother? Because we have you
No.
have 7. I have an extra 8.
Yeah, I don't think we
I
should
don't
bother.
think I
like,
got any extras.
Inferno, it takes like what 1 melee action to reload.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think
Yeah,
we should be
stuff it.
fine.
Takes an action.
Most
to reload.
fights don't last even 10 clips or 10 shots that we've come into so far, and
I was
especially
gonna say,
and especially on my weapon, if I run out of a clip and I'm desperate, I can just rely on the reserve.
It's true.
So yeah, I don't really think we need it.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like any of us particularly want any extra long eclipse, whatever. I still need to recharge mine, which is 5 charges missing out of 20, which I'm not quite sure how that really. I don't-
1,000 per, and they can get charged up to you in an hour.
1,000 per?
1,000 per e-clip. Yep, to get charged.
Huh. And a new eclip is 5,000?
Yes.
Huh.
Energy, man. Energy ain't cheap. Not in this world.
Oh, you know what I should
Alright.
probably do? Does the weapon store have any 7.62 millimeter rounds?
It sure does.
I should probably buy a few.
Would you like high explosive, regular slug? Just any.
Any's fine. Just regular slug. Because if I need a high explosive, I've got lasers.
All right, a box
You've
of
also
20
got
will
me.
cost you. A box of 20 will cost you 200 credits.
All right, that's good. Who's keeping track of the money?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Let's take.
You were last time, so
yeah, let's
I'm gonna say you.
All right, so I guess I've got the stick of 400,000 credits.
Yeah, unless you
Yes.
want me to.
Yeah, no one picked. Actually, wait, it's still on the table. A servant took it. No, just kidding.
All right, so then hang on, let me get
Fuckers.
a calculator because I'm math not good.
Yeah, my character does not hold any of that money that we spent last time
So
or this time.
minus 50,000 for the gun.
Mhm.
Minus 8,000 for Piff's scope laser pointer.
I thought it was 5.
Was it 5?
It's $5 grand.
Oh,
Yep.
never mind. So then,
Another $1,000 for recharging 1 e-clip.
okay, minus $1,000. Okay, we are currently at
So,
3,440,000.
wait. So recharging one from to full is just 1,000, or
Yeah, just 1,000.
per ammo?
No,
is
no, no,
1,000?
just
No,
1,000.
no.
Just 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000 for the entire clip.
Okay, then I will do that.
And I think that's it, right?
So far,
so.
without your ammo that you're gonna buy.
Oh, right. So 43,800.
Yes, that sounds right.
Did I miss anything?
Nope, not at all. Actually, they
We
just
made
mathed the
sure
bottom.
that we,
You would have slept.
We math.
We are doing maths. Yep.
Okay.
But
So.
I think after this we
oh.
can probably head out.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're able to retrace your maths. Woo! So you obviously can gear yourselves up just fine. You did get the loaned padding. You probably picked it up at the repair hangar as well. And you're able to get obviously your weapons and your armor and everything like that. You load yourselves up and you go to retrace your steps. Luckily, Mila has her Geiger counter, so it doesn't take too long. Only about an hour, hour and a half or so to go back to that radiation area. And sure enough, it is still active. It's still there. Okay. Now, properly protected, you are able to venture towards the source or where it's heaviest. It probably takes you about 20 minutes to search, but sure enough, you find the source of the radiation. It is, well, the first clue of what it was is that a large swath was cut through the woods at this point, as if uh, a large metal object came down from the sky, skidded across the ground, creating giant dents, and tore asunder the vegetation around it. Sure enough, about 100 feet from that initial impact point, you see what fell from the sky. It's the mangled remains. No, it's not an alien. It is the mangled remains of a flying vessel. And what you can defer, probably actually Tom and Patrick are the ones who would probably understand this most because they have mechanical knowledge. But this vehicle had a nuclear power supply, and it was obviously breached in the impact, which has flooded the area with radiation. The vehicle that it was, when it was whole... Oh, wait, I gotta drag and drop it. Ugh. Work. Am I right?
Oh.
As I... Boo. A boo. Okay, go on.
Butt drugs.
But what? But what? What?
In the butt?
What?
No.
What? In the butt? It's
No.
drugs. Yay! Oh.
No.
So it did look like bigger. It did when it was whole look like that. But really, the top wing, the bottom wing, or really all that's kind of base is the mangled core or center of the building or of the vehicle itself. You're able to identify this. This is known as a Sky King. It is one of the most popular vehicle manufacturers from Northern Gun because it is fast, speedy, and brimming with weapons. Unfortunately, the mini missiles that were on it also detonated, which certainly didn't help the remains of the vehicle. And searching it, you realize that you might be able to sell it for scrap, but the tricky thing is just that engine leak, that radiation leak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna search for a body.
Okay. All right. Give me roll me a d20. Because this isn't less your skill, and this is more just luck finding it. Okay. All right. In the immediate area, you don't find the body, but it seems that after searching around a 20 to 30 foot diameter, you do find half of a body that was in some bushes nearby, and it is the lower half, just a pair of legs and the groin area. It appears that it was cut nearly in half from the impact, and it was wearing mega damage armor as well. So yeah, you realize you can deduce that the crash must have been going at a very high speed.
Damn.
A bit queasy. I waddle back and try to see if there might be any like bullets or any particular indication on the vehicle, if it was either
Hmm.
shot down or any indication of it might have like a symbol on it of some kind that it might indicate like a army or some sort of like trade company or
Okay.
something like that.
Or
All
maybe a
right. Good.
coalition or something. You know,
A coalition
just
symbol. Yeah.
hmm,
Out of curiosity.
yeah.
Um. Good thinking, Piff. I'm going to have you use your mechanical engineer skill
Mm.
to kind of diagnose the problem. But normally you get the full bonus. But because of the how mangled it is, I'm gonna have to give you a minus 10% just because it is tricky.
All right, I made it.
Well, regardless of that, let me answer your queries. You do not see any sort of, well, that's not true. There used to be energy scars, but it looks like that was recently repaired, and that wasn't the cause of the crash. So it doesn't look like it sustained any damage, outside damage from that. As far as insignias go, the only thing that you notice you're able to find is the Northern Gun logo and the serial number on it as well. It is painted in the standard colors, manufacturer colors, but on the readout itself, um, most of the instrumentation is completely busted.
Mhm.
But what isn't completely busted is the speedometer. And after tinkering around with it a little bit, you can judge and you can figure out what the final speed was, which was 350 miles an hour. You can probably deduce that speed might have been the reason for this wreck.
Hmm.
Let's math. Speed plus crash equals.
And all
That
right.
guy, the half person.
Inferno, can I use medical skill try and determine a time of death, or at least an average of how long
Oh, you
ago?
better believe you can. Now, didn't you buy yourself an instrumentation that can like analyze blood or something? I
Yeah,
could have
I
swore you
did.
purchased
Yeah.
that.
I
You got a
got
whole bunch of
a
that.
chemical injector, which is supposed to also analyze blood. I think it's supposed to have a thermometer on it. Actually, if you ever find that, if you could also paste
Send
that
you
over to
that
me,
as
yeah,
well?
yeah.
Yeah,
I've
sure.
opened up a
I'll do
notebook
that.
file, but
Sweet. I'm gonna copy paste that for you in just a moment,
mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna just tell you. So you're able to analyze the blood. We won't do a skill check, but you are the one who can properly interpret this.
Right.
Um, or maybe Piff because he had chemistry as well. But we'll just say you because you're using this, and it doesn't take long for you to notice something very interesting. You can't figure time of death on half of a body.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not true. The blood flow itself might have been. It's probably maybe a week old or so.
Right.
But this is the really interesting thing when you do analysis of the blood. It even in its non-moving state, it is brimming with chemicals, all sorts of adrenaline, painkillers, just a cocktail of drugs.
And we're not talking. Okay, so we're not
And
talking about
you,
endorphins. We're talking about real drugs.
oh, we're talking about real drugs. We're
Okay.
talking about, and you would have known this. This is general knowledge, especially in the world of riffs, but more particular to your medical profession. This person who died was a juicer.
Got it.
And a juicer, just for those of you who aren't familiar with the parlance, it is a physical augmentation using chemicals, which is a chemical cocktail that shoots through the bloodstream that's regulated by a computer to give you superior speed, strength, agility, reflexes. But it also shortens your lifespan to about 5 years.
Hmm.
So, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was a juicer who was driving this.
All right. I'm going to take a picture of the serial number,
Okay.
and I'm also going to take a broad picture of the crash itself.
Okay. You betcha.
think that pretty much covers it. I suppose we should go back to Perrin and see if this means anything more to him. I don't know if he'd know about any juicers operating in the area.
And at least if we do tell him about this, even if he doesn't know anything about this particular person, vehicle, whatever, he would still probably like to know exactly what he's dealing with and things
Exactly.
like that.
And then we
Yeah,
can at least
and-
give him peace of mind that it's not anything dangerous to the town, just dangerous to anyone who happens to wander in here.
Yeah. Plus, he would have the resources to possibly salvage the wreck.
Mm-hmm.
That too, because the freaking just sticking in the back of my thing, I'm just gonna have my metal radiated, and
Yeah, you're gonna have a bad time.
I'm gonna have a bad time if I start getting this.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. Okay.
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 So I think what we're going to do is just kind of group up, pretty much not on the information that we've gotten, and then probably head back into town
Okay.
to talk directly to Perrin and hand him info along the lines of talking to him about what happened and pictures.
Okay. It takes a little while, but because he's still in the middle of dealing with a few issues, but around 11 o'clock in the morning, you're able to have just a brief meeting with him. You let him know what happens, and he has to admit he doesn't know a whole lot about any sort of juicers in the area. He says it's very likely it was probably someone who was trying to pass on by. If he had to guess, he says juicers are huge risk takers. You kind of have to when you're only going to live about 5 more years ever since when that first needle hits your skin. So he guessed that he was probably just being reckless and crashed. He appreciates the knowledge, and he's glad to get his equipment back without any sort of damage done to it.
Mhm.
And he says he'll be able to at least get it salvaged or moved away so it's less more in the lines of a main traveling route so no one else gets sick. Because goodness knows he doesn't want anyone who doesn't have any sort of radiation protection to get sick because of that. So, but he's very, very, very grateful for the knowledge. At this point, he invites Mila for a private lunch with him if she would like.
Sure. I'll go for free food.
Okay. Best way through Mila is through her stomach.
Why is everyone laughing?
Well, in real life, stuff some food in her mouth.
Okay. All right. We obviously don't have to go into any sort of detail for the lunch, but he is going to actually take Al's advice, and he's going to approach Mila, and he's going to say quite clearly, "Listen, I find you attractive, young woman. I don't know if you find me attractive, but if you want to if you're interested, I would very much like to see you romantically." He's just going to go straight on with it. So you can accept, reject, tease him, lead him on, whatever you want. But we don't have to role play the conversation. That's really the essence of it.
Okay. Mila's kind of gonna purposely play a little bit dumb.
Yay!
But like,
yeah.
But like to the point where she's gonna just reject him.
Okay, fair enough. All right. He says not a problem. He obviously takes it. He's obviously a little disappointed, obviously, but he isn't too broken up about it, and he assures you that it won't affect your professional relationship whatsoever.
Good.
He's a big boy.
He is. He's been around the block a few times. He knows how to deal with stuff like
Unlike Tom.
that. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
But they are together.
Yeah.
They're right there.
Yeah.
So, my dear
right
friend,
there.
I think this might be a good point to wrap up the session, if that's okay
Mhm.
by you.
Yes.
I think so.
So yeah, in about a month's time, that's when the the minstrel show will show back up. Will arrive at Parents Post to resupply, and at that point, you guys can get reintroduced to that whole situation. But a month is a while away, and there are definitely things for you to do. There
I got a
is
treasure map.
Yeah, there's the treasure map. The
Golden
treasure map
ticket.
that you can definitely follow. I don't mean to to pigeonhole you into that.
Mm.
There is also that disturbance with the cattle, the slaughter
Mhm.
of that. So if you want to go down that route and investigate that, you're feel free to do so. And other jobs, odd jobs definitely do pop up in Parents Post as well. So we're not really gonna role play every single day of every single month. If you guys want to go on that side adventure of that treasure map, fantastic. But I'll make sure to keep a decent pace. So, and like I said, like I mentioned before, just through Perrin, um, he or I guess through Finger, I should really use this slang. Your robot squirrel will be showing up just before you head out on your magical journey on with the minstrel show. And I'll go through the actual details of what it has. So, would you prefer me to do that, just like almost like write an actual invoice of its features and have you look over it and be like, yeah, that seems about right? Or
Um,
did you want to actually talk with you and be like, well, this is all this and this is all that, and
well,
tell you
there
more
were
about it?
a few things that I think would be nice to have on it that I guess we would have talked about.
Sure.
And also
Yeah,
and basically have you there to go. Okay, yes, 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 no, because it wasn't $5 million. It was one. You know what I mean? So that
exactly.
kind of thing.
Yep. Yep. You betcha. We can definitely have that discussion and make sure that that's clear as crystal.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Is there any? You can stop recording now if you want.
Yeah. All right.
But
We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stop it.
Bye.
Stop
Bye.
it. Stop it.
I stopped
Oh my
it.
god. You're
Ah,
still streaming though, right?
squeak.
Yeah, I'm still streaming. What?
You pull the strings and the puppets dance.
I just loved Inferno's voice. It's like we're not even going to have to leave town. What?
What?
What
What?
are you talking about? yes, you do.
Yeah, you do
Yeah.
have to leave town. No, we
No.
don't.
Tom, get me some gloves.
Oh my god.
Well,
There
no-
were so many great moments tonight.
Oh my god! And then the cat, the flipping cat. I know, right? So much character
Oh.
development.
There was a
Yeah.
lot of character development, a lot of it. It was really fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I just realized.
We actually accomplished quite a bit.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yes.
And we're
Think
gonna
about
be
it, yeah.
in a circus. Woot!
Woo.
Yeah, oh my god, it's so like okay, so I'm reading through the vampire source book. Oddly enough, don't worry, you're not going to come across any vampires anytime soon, or will you? But in it as well, is a really like make your own traveling show, and there's a bunch of different shows like freak shows and circuses and minstrel shows, and I'm reading through and I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, Perrin's a rich guy. He'd probably sponsor one of these. And then I'm reading more and more stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness, this could actually really work. I gotta talk to these guys about it. So I'm actually going like it's a kind of like a make your own type of thing. So I'm gonna actually just make the whole thing and see how you guys fit on it. But I'm thinking like they travel around, they explore to new areas. I'm like, what a fantastic vehicle for you guys to adventure with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be very
Like
unusual.
a mobile base.
Unique, yeah.
Yeah, very, and that's the other thing too. It's unique as well. You don't really think about that in your standard campaigns. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and it fits a lot of your talents.
I like it.
I do.
Plus, I'm not gonna lie, I like the idea of Burn because you said one of your main motivations, just out of character, was to find some sort of mentor. And sure enough, there might actually be one here too.
Oh,
so
which is
kinda,
why you were
Yeah.
nudging my ribs. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought
Oh.
I was teaching you stuff.
Fun fact: I
Yeah.
had zero idea what the heck that freaking glass incident thing was.
I know, but you played along so well. You can tell them what it actually is, Burn, if you want.
What glass thing? Oh,
The glass crater.
yeah, the glass crater.
Troll fooled
Basically,
you.
I just made it up. Fuck you.
I was